So in today's video, we're going to give you guys a complete care guide of your white tree frogs. So make sure you guys stay tuned to check it out. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Josue from Josue's Exotics. And if you're new to the channel, we make videos about reptiles and amphibians and how to keep them in captivity, just like this video. So if this interests you in any way, consider subscribing. So I don't know if you guys are into frogs or not, but the white tree frog is definitely one of my favorite types of tree frog. Not only because they get freaking large, considering maybe 3 to 5 inches in total length, but these frogs have a super crazy vibrant color. Also, these guys are going to probably be one of the most handleable amphibians you probably can ever find. So if you haven't seen my previous video about why I think these guys make the best pet amphibian, check out the link in the info card section on the top right side of the screen and come back to this video. Not only are they the most handleable amphibian, they also won't break the bank, coming in at a whopping 30 bucks or so US dollars. So the white tree frogs are super easy to house. They're a fairly large tree frog, so they're going to need a fairly large enclosure as well. Normally with frogs, the general rule is 10 gallons per frog. So 10 gallons for one frog, 2 frogs 20 gallons, 3 frogs 30 gallons. So right now I'm currently housing my 3 white tree frogs in a 20-gallon arboreal setup that I made a little while ago. And if you guys haven't checked that video out, go check out that video in the info card section and come back and tell me what you think about it. And if you guys aren't familiar with the term arboreal, arboreal means they live in the trees or they live up in plants and different things like that. They don't live on the ground usually. So this is the whole reason why I have the arboreal setup. It gives them a lot more vertical space and a lot less horizontal space, which is preferred of these creatures. So the substrate can vary amongst these guys. I just use a cypress mulch blend, which brings us to our next point. These guys actually thrive a little bit better in a bioactive setup with natural live plants, and that way it can actually hold humidity better that way. Also, this is a way that you can add a naturalistic look to your actual enclosure. Currently right now I have a cork log being held up by a couple wooden pieces here that you can see, and I have the heat lamp right above it, and it gives them a pretty fine basking area. And I plan on letting the plants grow up a little bit, and that way it'll cover up and it'll look a whole lot better once this actually grows up a little bit. And I actually plan on taking some siding from the actual backgrounds from other terrariums, and I'm going to actually cover the sides up and close the whole thing in so it can actually look real natural for these guys. So I just wanted to stop the video for a quick second to tell you guys about a YouTube browser extension called TubeBuddy. Link to the program in the description down below. But if you guys don't know what TubeBuddy is, you definitely should. TubeBuddy is a browser extension for YouTube, and it works similar to the YouTube Studio. But I find it way easier to track the progress of my videos and getting views for particular videos using TubeBuddy compared to the YouTube Studio. But I find using TubeBuddy way easier in making sure that you're tracking your progress and how your videos are doing on YouTube and on the platform, and making sure that you're using your SEO. And for those of you who are asking yourself, what is SEO? SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. YouTube has grown to become the largest search engine on the internet. And if you can take advantage of that fact, you can make your videos skyrocket on YouTube. One of the best parts of using TubeBuddy is the fact that whenever you look at your videos, it actually tells you what your tags are ranking in search, which leads all the way back to SEO. And also, they have this on mobile, guys, so you can go check that out as well. So please click my link in the description down below and check it out for free. As you can see, when you open the app, you see your subscriber count, and below are your videos. TubeBuddy lets you know how many new views each of your videos has gotten since you last opened the app. And as you scroll through and click on the video, you can see the SEO practices you're doing to optimize your videos. As you can see here, I probably need to upload a better thumbnail for my video, add tags to my description, and a couple other things that TubeBuddy offers to tell you. If we go down and look at one of my videos that has a little bit more views, like this one, the Mediterranean Gecko unboxing video. If you haven't seen this video, go check it out. And you can see I have all my checks, and this video is doing pretty good on YouTube. But I'll let you guys check out all the other good features on this app on your own, and we'll get on to the next important part, the tags. So on this particular video, you can click on the tags and you can see the different rankings. And as you can see, the Mediterranean gecko has a 1 beside it, and that means that if you were to type Mediterranean gecko in on YouTube, my video should come up first. And this is definitely a good thing to know if you're a small YouTuber and you're trying to grow your brand. Getting noticed in YouTube search is going to be your key to success on the platform, and TubeBuddy is definitely here to help you. So by ranking in search, you can be assured that your video is going to get more views from non-subscribers in hopes of converting them to new subscribers. This asset is definitely worth its weight in gold in my opinion, since this is something that the YouTube Studio does not offer. So you guys go check it out with my link down below in the description. And if you guys would like to buy the app, it's only maybe 20 bucks or so, but it has a lot of other great features that you can get into, and I'll let you guys check that out when you do. So nevertheless, let's get into the video. So nevertheless, now that we're done with that, these guys are going to need a pretty large water dish with daily changings of water, because these guys tend to use the bathroom inside of it, and this is also their form of hydration, so you definitely want to keep this clean. Me, I use a 5% bleach solution in a water bottle that I spray every day and keep everything clean with. For a side note, the quality of water makes a huge difference in the amphibian keeping because these guys have a super permeable skin, which means that they can easily absorb things through the skin from different chemicals in your hands and things like that. So for water, I would highly recommend using Reptisafe. I'll put a picture over here on the right side of the screen for you guys, so you guys go check that out. And you can go buy that at pretty much any pet store or anywhere. Also, I believe you can find this actually at Walmart, but I believe they sell a different brand. It's going to be back in the fish section. They also sell water conditioner and stuff like that there. As far as humidity goes for these guys, they found in different ranges of habitat in varying humidities. So they can range from around 60% to probably 90% humidity, with different fluctuations throughout the day, with during the day being a little bit more humid and then kind of dying off throughout the night, and regular misting will definitely help with that. With the majority of reptiles being thermoregulators, they have to move around to different spots in their habitat to heat up and cool down their bodies, so that way they can keep their internal temperature the same. White tree frogs can thrive in temperatures on the cooler side being around 70 to 75 degrees, and the warmer side being 80 to 85 degrees being the basking area. In this setup, I'm using this LED floodlight, and it also works as UVB, giving these guys just enough heat at the top of the enclosure to create that temperature gradient going down the whole thing. In the wild, these frogs are insectivorous, meaning they eat insects and other small invertebrates. But in captivity, these guys would probably feed on majority of diet being crickets. As far as feeding these guys, I would feed them maybe 2 to 3 times a week, and actually feed them maybe 2 or 3 crickets, depending on how they're feeling that day. Also, I'd recommend using the reptile multivitamin called Reptivite. I'll put a picture here for you guys. This is actually going to give these guys calcium and vitamin D and other small things that they can't get naturally from their actual prey items. And I would probably dust this every other meal, and this definitely helps out with the whole life of the tree frog. So the white tree frog can definitely be a rewarding pet to have in your home, and I highly recommend getting a trio of these little guys on your own. So if you guys got substance from this video, hit that subscribe button down below and hit that like button as well. So that way you guys can keep up with all the things we got going on here at Josue's Exotics. And before we go, I want to give a shout out to one of my fellow YouTubers, TubeBuddy Exotics. I'll put a picture of his YouTube channel over here so you guys can go check him out, subscribe to his channel, and check out all what he has going on as well. If you'd like to see some similar videos to this of what I've made before, check out the videos on this side of the screen over here and tell me what you guys think of it down in the comments. And make sure to drop that like button down below. But I'm Josue from Josue's Exotics. Boom.